while I was watching this video ranking WWE wrestlers, I think it was like wrestlers he beat an I Quit match. I'll put it down in the comments. John Cena came up, and it made me think how John Cena never gives up. I was also watching an episode of the 2005 Batman show that had the Green Lantern in it, which made me think that John Cena would be a perfect Green Lantern. It made me come up with the idea of what other wrestlers would make good for the other Lantern Corps. So let's get to it. Like I already said, Green Lantern, that's obviously gonna be John Cena. Like, I don't think anyone else has the indomitable human spirit in all of wrestling like John Cena does. He never gives up. Like, you put him in an I Quit match, he's not saying those words. You put him in a submission match, he's not tapping out. It doesn't matter what you do to him, he's not giving up. And just for the sake of it, let's have John Cena be like our Hal Jordan. For like a Jon Stewart, we can have Bobby Lashley, which, excuse me, fits because Bobby Lashley is a veteran and Jon Stewart is a veteran. And for a Guy Gardner, I was thinking about this. I guess CM Punk. Now, I don't think CM Punk is as cocky and like an asshole Guy Gardner is. Honestly, I think The Miz would be more like Guy Gardner in personality, but I don't really like associate The Miz with having a lot of willpower. So we're gonna leave it with him. Now for the Blue Lantern Corps, Hope, I'm gonna go with the ultimate underdog, Rey Mysterio. When I think of someone who brings just a lot of hope to the WWE universe, I think it's just gotta be Rey. He's been like the prime example that anyone can make it in the WWE, regardless of their size or what they look like. And if I had to go with anyone else, some other contenders, I think I would go with Sami Zayn, Kofi Kingston, and Daniel Bryan. This was my favorite one to do. You might disagree with me. You might think there's another person who might be a better Yellow Lantern, but I think the best person to have a Yellow Lantern ring would be Bray Wyatt, rest in peace. Like, there are lots of scary wrestlers, but I think someone who have the best understanding of like fear and how to work the Yellow Lantern ring and like be the most willing to spread fear throughout the WWE universe would be Bray Wyatt. I also think he would be, the perfect arch nemesis for a John Cena Green Lantern. For another contender, I guess you could use like the Boogeyman. Now for the Orange Lantern Corps, at first I was gonna go with Edge, the ultimate opportunist. Like, this man will steal your championship, he'll steal your girl, he'll take anything that you have if he wants it. But then I thought, there is no one more greedy in all of wrestling than Mr. McMahon. Like, I don't even have to explain myself to really explain that if there's someone who should have a land ring that's based off avarice, it's definitely gonna be Mr. McMahon. If he had that shit, he's buying out just every wrestling company just all for himself. Like, he would cause absolute havoc. The entire economy is gonna be all the way fucked up if Vince McMahon got his hands on the Orange Lantern ring. So I think another contender for the Orange Lantern ring would probably be Eddie Guerrero, with the whole lie, cheat, and steal thing. Now for the Red Lantern Corps, there's a lot of people you could go with because there are a lot of angry wrestlers, but I think the best candidate would be Kane, specifically 2003 Kane. Imagine him with a ring that goes off of anger. That man was pissed off that entire run. Like, also, it just fits with his color scheme. Another contender would be 2024 Drew McIntyre. Drew has been pissed off all year. I think he would do wonders for Red Lantern ring. Now for the Pink Lantern Corps, I was gonna say this for a female wrestler. I think they just go the best. And for love, I think the best candidate would probably be like AJ Lee. Like, there's a lot of people you can go with, but I think AJ Lee is a good fit because, well, she makes a lot of people fall in love with her. You know what I'm talking about. But for another candidate, I guess I'd probably go with like Shawn Michaels, the Heartbreak Kid. It fits. For the Indigo Lantern Corps, I'd probably go with Mick Foley since it goes off compassion. He's someone who has risked his body for the company, for the game, and is just an all-around really nice guy. Another contender would be Sami Zayn, But the way it worked initially, it went to people who had no compassion, no empathy. So I think a good contender for that would probably be Randy Orton. Someone who's just a complete sociopath, has no care for his fellow man whatsoever, and could definitely use some empathy. Okay, for the Black Laren Core, it was no brainer. The Undertaker. You might have thought he was more fitting for the Yellow Laren ring, which yeah, he definitely make it for a good one since everyone's scared of him in kayfabe. But he's the dead man. There is literally no one else who is more fit to have a Laren ring that gives you control over the dead than the Undertaker, who is an undead revenant in kayfabe. Like, okay, finally, and the one that might cause the most controversy is the White Laren ring. Now, for the White Laren ring, I think this would be someone, I think if like something happening in the wrestling world and just like needed to be saved, who do I think would be the most fitting to do it? And like there's a lot of people, like it's probably just gonna be a lot of your favorite wrestlers, and I think probably the most fitting, in my opinion, would be Bryan Danielson or Daniel Bryan. I just think if like someone needed to step up and do it, I think it'd be him. Like all around great wrestler, in-ring worker, all that good stuff. And like he's not like my personal favorite wrestler, but I just think if someone needed to take up the mantle, it'd be him. That's just how I feel. If you disagree, let me know who else you think would make for a better White Lantern, or who else you think would make for a better choice for any Lantern course. Just let me know.